Alright, me again. So someone in my comment section, in my last video, or 2 videos ago, you're gonna hear a lot of squeaking. But they're like, oh, I wish I could get some comics, stuff like that. And so I told them, I was like, oh, here's how you could get, some of them, like Squee and stuff like that, or like Johnny. Then that got me thinking. I was like, I should make a video on this, because I have had like talks before with people, like some people get comic books or like manga and stuff like that to like collect them and then like never read them. I do it so I can read it, and I try to get it from the original author, like Jonan here. Sometimes it's not always like that, and I like having it and reading it, and not doing it online digitally, unless there's like either no translation or stuff like that. But this is more for like people who want to have the book, like a little piece of history, instead of like pirating and stuff like that. I mean, if you don't care about pirating, then this video is not for you. This video is not for you at all. Like pirating to read online or like stuff like that, this video is not for you then. This is more so like to get into the whole, like, how do I actively like start, I guess, to like get manga and like comics and stuff like that. So I have some examples here. So this is NHK. The first volume is really easy to get. It's really easy. Problem with NHK. So from what I've noticed over the years and years and years, and as of recently, not recent, but like actively have been trying to get my hands on like these actual physical works instead of just reading them online or some digital service like Viz Media or Shonen Jump Plus or something like that. So I'm not too well versed, but I do know my way around. I did like a whole project on this in high school. But so majority of the time, what I like to do first is check Amazon. I got this off of Amazon. This is Collected Works of Filler Bunny. This is the 2014 version. You should also be on the lookout for if you're gonna like collect something, and you don't really care about the edition or a special version of it, then just look it up normally and stuff like that. If you just want to own it just cause, then you really shouldn't be worrying about like special editions and stuff like that, unless it's like a bundle like Squee or the director's cut like Johnny and stuff like that. But I got this off of Amazon, brand new. Amazon does not handle books very well, so that's why all these books here, like the Johnny Jonan's books that I have, are all like bent. Sometimes Amazon doesn't take care of them, or I don't know if you noticed, but if you are like, if there's not too many of the book from like the original, they're not manufacturing anymore, usually Amazon will have just like a book company or something like that that has the book, and they'll just their listings on Amazon. That's what happened with this one. They don't make this anymore. So when I ordered this, it was telling me it was coming from this book website, so I looked at it and I was like, alright, they treat their stuff well, and 99% of the time, and I haven't had a problem with it. But if there's like another listing is from like a company, like a specific one for like comic books and stuff like that, I trust it. That's why I'm like, alright, I'll just get it because I'm not worried. So this one wasn't from Jonan's like store or whatever he has on there. Squee was different. They didn't tell me where this was from. They did restock it, and it took like a year. So yeah. Also, I always wondered, is this supposed to be super pixely? It's really weird to look at, but that's besides the point. Squee I got brand new, straight from Amazon. Didn't tell me where it came from, but it was from Amazon. They restocked it. This one I got from a company. So Amazon's like that in a way. But obviously, to start off, if you're just looking for the book and not really caring what edition it is, what like hardcover, paperback, you just want to get the book in your hands, then check Amazon, right? Obviously, be cautious because it's like, oh, these books are like from the 90s, some of them are really old, some people, like, if it's not super well known, there won't be a lot of them, like this one, like, there's a lot of Japanese copies of this version on eBay, and they go for like $20 for like the whole series. But if you want the English one, when it came out and stuff like that, it's a lot harder to get stuff like this, especially because year and people not really buying it. I know NHK has a really popular anime, I know that, but manga wise, no, you don't see much of this. Same with I think that's how you pronounce it, Toko, right? Yeah. Phantom Hunters. This is the 3rd volume. There's only 3, and this costs, I believe, like $50, like on the dot. And there's only 3. And it took me like forever to get it. I got this one new, but I don't know how new because it has a marking on it. This was another one that was shipped from one of those book companies that were listed on Amazon. And also, I suggest, if you're gonna get, like, let me pull up an example and stuff like that. So let's say you want Johnny the Homicide Maniac, right? You want the paperback version. Sometimes it'll straight up just tell you, oh, it's brand new, it's whatever, right? It's a brand new. But if it's like the hardcover, like this one I got the cheapest one. There was only 2 listings, and now there's only 1 listing. So what I like to do is I like to go to see all formats. I don't know if you can see that. It's like the blue thing right there. And so you click on that, and it shows you, like, obviously Jonen's store is really weird because it has Johnny the Homicide Maniac, but it's like a Bible book. You can't really see it on the phone, but obviously I like to do formats and stuff like that because it tells you more about it. It tells you the release date, stuff like that, and if you can buy it new or used or stuff like that. You should always at least see format just to gauge it, year, if you really care about that. But the one you really want to look at least on Amazon, when it comes to like buying older books, and you don't want to go on eBay or have some third-party thing, but you still want to use Amazon, you can use other sellers. Obviously, it's going to be third-party, but it's a bit more nicer. It's a bit more easier, I would say. But literally, so this is for the paperback version, the blue version of Johnny. So, you click other listings, and these are from other people. Some of them are from like companies and stuff like that, so you get to scroll through and see all the listings, like it's acceptable, you get to see more. This one's sold by Goodwill, whatever. It tells you about the book, stuff like that. And obviously do your research if you really care, like what comes with the book, because some of them will just have like the default text on it, like, oh, it may have a dust cover. None of these have dust covers. All the books I've had never have a dust cover, unless it's like Erase, the manga. Obviously, if you want it brand new, then it usually shows you like the cheapest one, and if it's new, it's usually at the top where you can already just buy it. But if you want to see like cheaper stuff, like this one that's very good and it's used, it's another book company, it tells you their ratings and stuff like that, who ships it. So check that, I would say. But now, let's say you can't find it on Amazon, right? Let's just say you can't. For the life of you, you just can't. On eBay, you're not gonna find it on Amazon. No one's gonna carry the original 1999 issue, 19 whatever, right? But yeah, this is a signed print. It's the 5th print signed by Jonin, and it has the vampire dude that like he's goofy. Um, but I tend to look at Amazon first. It's easier. It's more convenient, obviously. But eBay is another great source. I will say it's another great source, especially if you want like the individual comics. Like you want to own all of them. You know, maybe display them. I know some people like to do that. Here's a little tip out there for you guys out there who wants to get this version specifically of Johnny the Homicide Maniac. There's currently a listing, and from what I know, and from what I've seen when I was originally getting my first copy of the blue one, this is the only hard copy left. So I don't know if you want that. It's like, oh yeah, the nice thing about it, and what I find kind of weird about eBay, is sometimes you'll get sellers who are in different countries and stuff like that. What's nice about eBay though is they convert all of it for you, so you don't have to go look online and be like, what is this currency? Oh my god, is this even worth it? And stuff like that. They tell you all the way. They tell you at the bottom, like right there. I don't know if you can see that, but they tell you there. But if you're looking for Johnny, the hardcover specifically, look, there's a listing right there. You can order it for $68.94 plus $16.91 of shipping, and then tax and whatever, which is a lot better deal than I think $249, which is the last one on Amazon. Because I'm one of 2 people who, at least online wise, from what I know, like buying wise, owns this. I don't know, like all the YouTubers I've watched that done videos on Johnny, I don't think they own this version, which is makes me feel a little special. But it's also like, damn, like this stuff's getting old. And also, going on eBay is nice because I will be so real with you. You will find like the nicest sellers on eBay. The nice thing about them is you can contact them. You can text them, being like, stuff like that. I had a guy, right? I forgot which it was. I think it was Johnny originally, like the blue version, not this hard copy. The guy was like, oh, there's gonna be some delays. Like he texted me directly. Like he was like, oh, there's gonna be some delays because on eBay you have an account and sellers can contact you, or you can contact them if you have any questions. And they're always on it, on top of it. Like this, I had a problem with this version, and this was just user error. I had my address wrong, my old address. The guy was super nice about it. He tried everything he could to, see if he can get it out and ship it to the right address. He couldn't, but these people, like, they ship it fast. These guys ship it fast. They usually ship it like day of, like within like the first couple of hours or the next day. These guys are fast with these like stuff, like when it comes to books and like merchandise. Usually you guys are fast with it. They just send it out. But yeah, eBay's great. I actually really like eBay. And if you're also looking for specific editions of a volume, like, here's a good example. If you want the Invader Zim Volume 40 2019 Oni Press version, I don't know if that's something that's different. And there's obviously it comes with like different covers and stuff like that. But yeah. If you want I Feel Sick and you want Jonin's signature, they're right there. You can order off these guys. Apparently, some of them you gotta be careful and you gotta be fast with it, because people, once there's like knowledge of stuff like this, especially in like a community that's, I don't know if the Johnny community is very large. From what I know, I don't know if it's very large, but I have noticed when it comes to other communities and like when people actually start buying stuff, especially when there's a lot of eyes on it, like I had a lot of eyes on this one, Um, Surprisingly, I don't know if it's because the listing was new, but there was no eyes on this listing for these two. There was no eyes on them. So my suggestion is try to buy it as fast as you can, because as like once someone starts getting shit and people are starting noticing it, people tend to like, oh shit, like I gotta pick up a copy before, you know, there's nothing left. But yeah, I'm telling you, eBay is a great source. I like going on Amazon first because it's a lot easier. But yeah, same with clothing and stuff like that. If you want like old clothing, because I'm trying to get, and I could have, I'm trying to get all the old merchandise from Johnny the Homicide Maniac. My friend recommended me this one app, Depop, but apparently they have like a really high shipping fee. But if you're looking for clothing, go to Depop. It's not too bad from what I've noticed. I haven't ordered anything off of it yet. I have ordered clothes off of eBay before, and you know, obviously be cautious because it's like some of these shirts are super old, like this '90s Johnny vintage shirt, like right down there. Sometimes they can have little rips, little tears. That's not a problem with me because I know how to sew and stuff like that. I fix shirts. Like I'm wearing socks right now that I literally fixed yesterday. But old merchandise, especially for like stuff like this, like I would say niche communities are like eBay's great for it. eBay is amazing for it. So like there's a lot of stuff out there. And you gotta remember these they tend to be rare because if it's a niche community, but not too many people bought the shirts, it's like expect some crazy prices. But to like kind of wrap stuff up and put everything together, I'm gonna give you the rundown. Okay, check Amazon first. Always check Amazon first, and check other sellers, other listings and stuff like that for the book underneath. Like it's underneath the price stuff. You kind of have to look for it a little bit. Check that first. If there's a price you like, then just buy it. Just buy it. And if it's new, obviously read the descriptions and like what they give you, if it's up to your standards. But if you just want to read it, then I guess buy the $5 shitty version that has shit all over it. I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money. But if you care for more of like getting the original stuff, or you know, having more contact with the actual seller and stuff like that, go to eBay. eBay is another great place because a lot of people use it, and a lot of people sell old shit on there. Surprisingly, Shonen, I remember in one of his comics, I think it was Squee, it seems like he has a problem with people who like get his stuff, get his signature, and then just box it right away. This was probably one of those guys, but I'm still grateful, obviously, that someone out there, you know, takes care of these things, because I take care of my shit. Will I ever sell my shit online? Fuck no. This is mine. You can't have it. But there's also people on eBay who do like full collections. I don't have it on my phone right away. I could possibly look for it right now, but there is a dude on eBay. Also be careful knockoffs, because I don't know what this is, but it's an homage comic, I'm assuming, of like Johnny. I don't know what it is. Seems like a real thing. Yeah. Okay. My bad. But there is a dude, and most people tend to do this. Most people tend to have like full collections. I forgot the name of the app. No, I don't think I have it anymore. I'll see if I can like find it, but if not, then tough luck, I guess. But there was a guy on eBay who was selling like their full Jonin comic book collection, like everything. And people tend to do that. if you have the money, I'm not gonna, because I haven't done it, but if you have the money, just low key, just buy it, because this dude he had I Feel Sick, Filler Bunny, these like he had like every version of it, and like also like the original comic runs of like all of these, and like the Johnny, like he had everything, and they were all like really good condition too. And the nice thing about eBay is you can already contact the seller right away. You don't have to purchase it to get, to talking. But pretty much, check Amazon first. If there's nothing there, check eBay. What I like to do when I'm trying to find something that's not too expensive, but I don't mind splurging just a little bit. I like to do the filter from like all listings. I know some people go for like what was it, last auction, but most people, when it comes to like books like this, no one really cares. So I looked up Everything Can Be Beaten by Jonan Vasquez, Slave Labor Graphics, first print thing, right? I go to sort, and I go from lowest price to shipping, stuff that are newly listed. I would recommend checking newly listed because that's how I found this. Some people are nice, some people are the biggest fucking dickheads who, I don't know if you can find it, but they're like, I saw it earlier, but someone was selling, I think volume 1 of I Feel Sick, this is volume 2, for like $200, and it was like not in like any condition, it was just there. But always, I always recommend checking, go sorting it from lowest price to like plus shipping, because eBay is nice about that. So, but yeah, here's some good ones here of Everything Can Be Beaten by Jonan Vasquez. And there's some good ones here. I like to trust the ones with like actual pictures from like the seller itself, not like it's an like look. Sometimes these people can like put fake listings. So you notice how there's like a thumb right there, and the image is kind of cropped. Guess what's at the bottom? The same thing. The image is kind of cropped. Same finger. Is this person the same person, or is this the original seller, or is it just two scammers being dickheads to each other? You got to be careful on eBay. I will say that. So obviously talk to the person. But I always trust sellers like this that literally show you the corners, stuff like that, the back, the wear and tear of it, the stuff, just basically the stuff on it. They open up the book a bit just so you can see the condition of stuff. I always trust stuff like this. I never, because there is some people out there who just show just the picture, right? Just the straight fucking picture of like the thing. Look at this, guys. So this guy's selling Johnny, I Feel Sick, BAC, and Filler Bunny, and Squee, and all the original paperback for $80 with 16% shipping all together. So that's pretty cool. That's an amazing deal. Squeeze only 4 volumes. You get some of the niche stuff. Seems like it comes in a binder, so that's pretty cool. I'm trying to find like a good example of like where they just straight up just add an image of like the comic. Probably can't find one right away because I've just been I prepared a bit, but I didn't prepare to like show like as much as I can. But besides that, that's pretty much everything. So yeah, Amazon. If it's there, check out their listers, see if there's a price you like. But if you want it new, get it there. I trust Amazon usually. Just be careful because sometimes, read the reviews obviously. eBay, really nice. You're trying to get any version of the comic, go there. Sometimes it's way cheaper than Amazon because people vary. People are really nice on there. Same with clothing. You can find a lot of old merchandise of stuff on there. Depop is one specifically for clothing, but be careful because apparently they upsell you on shipping. So careful of that. But that's pretty much everything. I don't have much else to say. I hope I wasn't too much of a bleh, you know. But that's pretty much everything. Thank you for watching. I hope this was informational. Is that the word? And I hope this was helpful. And you know, I'm glad to be a part of this community. I'm glad to be part of this little community. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very autistic when it comes to new things I like. So yeah, well, that's pretty much everything. I hope I didn't make this video too long, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed your time. Thank you for watching, and I love you very much. So thank you for being here. Alright, bye.